Alright guys, this is Kelly Commentates coming back at you with another review. We just had a wonderful skating competition called Lombardia Trophy. This was in Bergamo, Italy, and I'm going to go ahead and review it for you today and recap the positions and how everyone did. Figure skating season is upon us. It is so exciting. Just like we said in our last video, I feel like with the coming of pumpkin spice and the start of fall and fall movies and everything in between, it just feels so good when figure skating starts as well and just kind of signifies a new start to the season. Let's go over the ladies first. Here are our top three. We have Amber Glenn in first place. She did it. The prayer circles worked, y'all. She has finally won her very first international competition, and she has been skating senior, I want to say, for 10 years. It is something like that for a very long time. This is so well deserved, and her total score was 212.89. This was a personal best for her, as was the short program score of 75.71, and her free skate score was a personal best of 137 and 0.18. For the start to the season, could you ask for anything better? I really don't think that you can. She did amazingly well, and we will review her triple axel, which is just so steady and so firm now. I really do think it's one of my favorite triple axels. She gets good height, she covers good distance, and it's just so secure now. We have our newbie here, Sarah Everhart. There's been a lot of buzz for her. People have been excited to see what she can do. She broke 200. She beat three-time world champion Kaori Sakamoto and just really made a huge splash. I believe she won Cranberry Open earlier this summer, but to make a huge splash at another international competition, getting second place, the silver medal, her score was 201.90. I think that she still has a lot of room to grow. I think she can do even better. And so this is a really good start for her. And then kind of, having a slower start to the season is our three-time world champion, Kaori Sakamoto. Over here in this photo, you can see her free program dress, which is to musical selections from Chicago. There, personally, with this dress, I don't like the cutouts in the front. It looks almost like loopy flames, and I just think I understand what she's going for, like the black and the gold. I think those are really classic color combination, but I don't know, it just is lacking for me. I remember Mariah Bell did a program to Chicago as well, and she wore a full silver number, and I think that kind of looked a little bit better than what we have going on here. However, I will say, love, love, love the blonde hair. Did not think that I would love that on her, but I really do think it looks so fresh. I love the haircut. And so I just think the styling needs some work. I also think, obviously, this program has lots of room to grow. She is, again, three-time world champion, lest we remind ourselves, and she can totally make a comeback later in the season. So I'm not worried that she got third place here. Let's take a look at Amber Glenn's triple axel. Huge, huge, huge. Really, really great height. Covers great distance. She looks so secure. There's a little bit of telegraphing, but I don't think it's any more than a lot of other lady skaters have done. It reminds me a little bit of Elizaveta Tuktamysheva's triple axel, who also had a very strong and sturdy triple axel. But just beautiful. If we're trying to be ultra, ultra picky here, I would like to see more of a running edge coming out of the axle. If you look here, she lands very steadily and then just goes right into another move. So, could be something to kind of hold that landing and really make it pop. But, amazing again. Here are the final results here. We have Anastasia Gubanova from Georgia in fourth place. Really very nice score of 195.75. Here you can see that the scores really drop between fourth and fifth place. We have Anna Pizzetta in fifth place, Soyoung Kim from South Korea in sixth place, Nina Pechokina In 7th place, Rinka Watanabe from Japan in 8th place, not having the best competition here. 9th place, Kristen Spowers from Great Britain, and rounding out the top 10, Laura Naki Gutman from Italy. All right, let's talk about the men here. No surprise, my prediction was definitely Ilya Malinin taking first place, which he did very comfortably with a total score of 312.55. I have to say something here that the first place in men and the first place in women have a 100-point gap. So he literally scored 100 points higher overall than Amber Glenn, which is no slight on Amber. They both did amazingly here. But I mean, just the level of tech content that he's putting out, he's not anywhere near his score from Worlds where he got like 333 and some change. Obviously a lot of room to grow here. This is over 20 points less than that, but nothing to, sniff at. This is a wonderful score for him. I didn't like his costuming, so we will take a little look at that as well. Second place, no surprise here, Yuma Kagiyama from Japan. Great score, 291.54. This is an Olympic silver medalist, world silver medalist, and now a Lombardia Trophy silver medalist. And we'll take a look at some of his skating. I really do like his programs. I like his costumes. And then just his movements on the ice. I really feel like he has grown a lot. And I think that he has some of the best edges and just some of the finesse across the ice. And in third place, also from Japan, Shun Sato, with a very respectable score of 285.88. Let's do an instant replay. I just wanted to show a few of my little favorite parts here from Yuma Kagiyama from his free program. I like the all black. I like the sliding across the ice, and he gets such fast spins. Love this little position here that he does into a choreographic slide right into a spin. So he's connecting all these elements, and to me that just adds to the difficulty and increases those crucial grades of execution to help increase his score. Here are the final full standings here for the top 10. We have in fourth place Kawamura. He has had some troubles in his seasons before. A little bit chaotic of a skater, but such a beautiful skater and really offers the sport a lot. We have Nika Egadze from Georgia in fifth place, Miss Ateri Tutberitsa's scholar. Jimmy Ma, sixth place from the US with a score of 229.41. Such a fun, lively skater who's had viral moments over the years. And in seventh place, Lev Kinoker. Eighth place, Juhun Lim from South Korea. Ninth place, Alexander Selevko. And rounding out the top 10, Daniel Martinov from the US. Let's go ahead and go right into pairs. We have our winners here from Italy, Contii and Maci in first place with 203.02. One thing I noticed about the scores here, which I'm surprised by, is that they're so much lower than ice dance. And perhaps it's just the base value of the elements, so maybe that's something that I haven't really caught before. But I mean, only one score breaking 200, whereas every other discipline had multiple people breaking 200. Ice dance didn't, but the number one score is a lot higher than this. So just something kind of interesting to look at. In second place, we have Mura and Kihara. They had some trouble here, kind of some different programs. I believe their free skate was to Adios, and it was interesting. Like, I do like the music, but I don't feel that it fits them. And I feel like a little bit of an identity crisis from them. They had an overall score of 199.55. And then in third place, we have Pavlova and Sviatchenko, also from Italy, with a total score of 196.67. I wanted to show we had a really scary moment here in the free skate from Mura and Kihara. You could see here they're doing their lifts. Seems to make it through pretty well. And then it looks like he just slips on his skate, causing them to crash to the ground. So just really hoping they're okay. Um, didn't hear exactly what was going on with them. I don't know if maybe he's having some injuries, some slight injuries, something of that sort. And you could tell the lift was beautiful up until that point, but just really had some trouble there. Almost looked like his skate slipped out from under him. So I really do hope that they're doing okay. Here are the final scores for pairs. In fourth place, we have Ghilardi and Ambrosini, also from Italy, with a total of 192.47. Our German team, Hacke and Kunkel, with a total score of 176.18. So not a wonderful showing from them here. They definitely have a higher ceiling than this. In sixth place, Ryom and Han from Korea. Seventh place, Caldara and Maglio. Eighth place, Kuchianova and Bidar. Ninth place, Fala and Bella. And 10th place, Mater and Wilkinson. And what I notice here, what really sticks out to me, is you have 3 Italian teams in the top 10. I think this really bodes well for the 2026 Olympics. I feel like for some reason this competition sort of kicked off that Olympic spirit somehow. And the last discipline, the most dramatic discipline, by far one of my favorites, is ice dance. We have Gignard and Fabri with a really good score. I believe this was just a point less than the score for third place from this past year's World Championships. They had a score of 215.63. Doing the robot here. This is like some intergalactic robot combo fusion. Very fun, very interesting. This is what I like to see in ice dance overall. So much fun. All right, sorry for that brief interruption there. Continuing here with that replay. And again, just not sure exactly what happened here with their skates. All right, so back to ice dance. In second place, we have a newer team, Murazov and Jeffrey Chen. Jeffrey being the brother of Karen Chen, who just recently got engaged, which is so exciting. They got personal best scores across the board, with a personal best total score of 177.05. In third place, we have another US team, Neset and Markelov, with a total score of 175.33. There was some online chatter about the scores for Morozov and Chen, saying that it is quite a big jump for happening so soon. I did like their programs. I find their skating very good. I find them a good match. So personally, I think, their scores are warranted. All right, we have to see this Italian pair in action. Again, this like robotic intergalactic sort of theme that they're going for. And then I just thought that lift was both innovative and just really cool. A little bit garish or a little bit bold, but hey, that is what ice dance is about. So he lifts her up, pulls through, and then she's at a vertical, almost at an angle, with her head towards the ground. Just so cool. Let's watch it one more time. And his arms never going above his shoulders, I believe, is the rule with these types of lifts. You can see his arms are, well, they do go above his shoulder. I guess, I'm not sure about the rule on that actually. Here are the final scores for ice dance. In fourth place, Lagouge and Kaffa from France. In fifth place, Sousa and Firis. Sixth place, Ignateva and Semko. Seventh place, Matai and Liebers. Eighth place, Tarot and Perron. Ninth place, Dossi and Papetti. And in 10th place, Paulino and Tuba. All right, final thoughts on this competition. Okay, first things first, again, I feel like this somehow heralds in the excitement for the Olympic season. Now, I know we're a year and a half away, and more or less from the actual Olympics in Milano Cortina. But I just feel like this season, it's the last full season before the Olympics. You really have to make a splash. I feel like the teams are really going to be upping their content, upping the artistry, and maybe possibly pushing boundaries a little bit just to see what they want to go for next year for the actual Olympic season. So overall, that just made me really excited. Second place, Amber Glenn, Amber Glenn, Amber Glenn. First place in the short program, first place in the free skate. Just an amazing competition for her. I read online that she had been working on her psychological development within the sport and just maintaining a really strong mentality. And this worked in spades for her. There was something really different than normal about her skating here. Usually, after she does a really good triple axel, everything else sort of falls apart at the seams. Now, she did have I think she did doubled a jump and also looked under or just kind of a wonky landing on another jump. So that was some detraction from her overall score. But again, 212 is nothing to scoff at, especially in the post Russian era. And some other thoughts about this is I feel like Mura and Kihara are a little bit lost. I don't know exactly what's going on with them. I think they're a really good team, and I would like to see them just kind of find their way. Alternately, I feel sort of badly for Yuma Kagiyama. I feel like, so far he's always kind of like second fiddle to whoever is in the first place skater spot. And I really hope things turn around for him. I'd love to see him beat Ilya Malinin, if not, once or twice, at least sometimes. It would be very nice to see him just sort of rise in that way. All right, guys, what are your thoughts? Who did you like? What was your takeaway from the Lombardia Trophy? Please put it below. I really love making these videos. I love figure skating. I hope that comes across, and I hope you found this video useful. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful rest of your day. Over and out.